Welcome everybody to Watchdogs, where I'm going to be showing you guys the best skills that I've seen to have you running around Chicago like a fucking boss, where you just massacring, laying waste, and hacking everything in sight. And I've reviewed every single aspect of the skill tree. I haven't unlocked everything yet, so I can't give you a definite yes or no, but I've read everything. I've looked it over, I've written it down, and if you're into, explosives, aggressive playstyle, and having a good time and trying to improve your skill, which will translate to multiplayer, this is going to be the right guide for you. I could be wrong, I'll do an update video along the way, but for now, we're just going to go in, bare bones understanding, and just work through this. Feel free to, use the same skills that I'm using if you want, follow along with me, because these are exactly what I'm going to be unlocking as I do it. Anyway, let's get right into the action here. You can see that hacking pretty much takes up the majority of this whole little circular skill tree here. We're going to start off with hacking. Hacking is probably the standout feature of this game, but there are definitely pros and cons to each branch of this tree, as it were. We have 3 branches in the hacking skill tree. We've got the left, right, and middle. And from what I've read, from what I understand, I would consider the left branch to be the best and the most important in terms of getting money, in terms of making sure that you can hack as much as possible. And here's why. So, when we look at the left branch, you can see that it's pretty much all about money and battery life. And you may be wondering why that's so important. Well, when you look at the left, you got an ATM hack boost, profiler optimization, which gives you high profile targets on the streets, and it'll give you high profile targets, which translates to more money and better vehicles. And then you get even more money from ATMs. And if you got shitloads of money, you can buy weapons, you can buy outfits, you can do a lot with money in this game. Now, right next to that, you have extra battery life. And you may be wondering, okay, well, what's so important about battery life? Well, battery life is how you hack things in this game. If you're getting chased by the cops, gotta make sure your fucking silly phone is charged, son. And you know what? We gotta get the upgradable battery pack from, the T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T stores. So, that's what we're gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do at any rate. And hopefully you guys do it too. If not, if you find a better way to, manage the skill tree, I implore you to do it. But I really think this is the best way to go about doing things. Now, the second, in my opinion, the second most important skill tree or skill branch of this circular skill set, because it's all, very mangled up, is I don't even know how to really classify it, but these seem to be really, really good. You can disable reinforcements, you can disrupt enemy communications, you can control the L train, which seems to be pretty important. And then on top of that, you can create large electrical explosions. So it's a little more specialty oriented. There's not kind of like a general message, but it seems to be really good when it comes to fighting police. And you're going to get in gunfights, man, and you want to have the right tools at your disposal to really take out police officers. And I mean that, the most friendly way possible, of course, because, we're innocent bystanders. What the fuck are we saying? Right, you want to fucking make sure that you're the king boss Dawn of this game. So, yeah, you want to make sure that, you pimp out the middle skill branch. Now, the right side of the skill branch, right, we have 3 little branches here. I would consider these to be definitely good, and you definitely want them, but I wouldn't consider them the most important, right? Because when you look at this little middle section, this is all about disabling helicopters. Yeah, you wanted to be able to disable helicopters for a little bit, but, at the end of the day, I wouldn't consider it, prime importance. However, when you look at the right side of this third skill branch, we've got blockers and we got road spikes. I would consider those very important. I would go after those, but that wouldn't be my top priority. Maybe just get blockers real quick. That way you can, boom, pimp out, make sure that you can get away from these police officers and keep your car nice and fresh. And then above that, you got bridges and you got steam pipes, where you can control bridges, and then you can also explode steam pipes under the ground, which look really, really cool. And I would say steam pipes are probably really important. But again, I would definitely give, in terms of the hacking tree, the left side would win out. And I would focus on the left side. I'd focus on battery life, the ATMs, maybe do some blockers, maybe get the steam pipes, but the left side seems to be of prime importance. And I'm going to do this first, guys, and if I'm wrong, don't worry, I will update you first and foremost. And by the way, I'm not always right. You have your own play style. Feel free to experiment. Do what you got to do. Anyway, let's keep it moving here. We're going to go to the combat side of the equation. Definitely, by and by, my favorite part of Watch Dogs is the combat. I'm just a combat dude. Give me a rifle, give me a gun, and I'm ready to go to war. End of story. Now, when it comes to combat, I despise the left side of the skill tree. Left side, I can completely forget about it, and I'll give you a reason why. The left side is all about focus, and focus is simply slowing down time. And feel free to do it. It looks really fun if you're just, into just playing the game casually. That's perfectly cool, but it seems to be kind of boring. It's like, I feel like when I'm in slow-mo, I'm almost cheating, And I want to have as much fun as possible. I want to get in really intense gunfights, and I feel like slow motion is just a way to kind of cheat the system and take away the difficulty. So I would not do focus. If that's your call, feel free. No one's judging you on this channel, but just not my flow. Now, on the right side of the equation, I would consider this the most important in terms of combat. I would go for bullet resistance, blast resistance, and rapid reload. These all affect your gun skill, affect how well you can reload weapons, how well you can effectively kill people, and that's important, Explosives are definitely important as well. And you can see that, we've got expert demolitionist. You can increase your amount of carried explosives. You always want to be able to, just go boom if you want to, right? So that's really, really important. Now, if you want to take down enforcers in combat, I've never actually faced an enforcer, but I'm very excited to take one down. This will be your style. Now, the middle branch of this tree, this is a very interesting branch because it's much more specialty oriented. As in, it pertains to a specific set of weapons. For instance, you got Pistol Expert, so you can increase your rate of fire with semi-auto pistols, increase scope, steadiness for sniper rifles, you can go in with automatic weapons and have more burst precision. You can see how it kind of pertains to a very specific set of weapons. So, when it comes to combat, I would definitely focus on the right side of this skill tree. I'd go with the Enforcer Combat Takedown, focusing on bullet resistance, the right side, and the middle. Other than that, I'm not even going to worry about improved focus. I'm not going to worry about anything on the left side. But, again, do whatever you want. It's all good. We live in a free fucking world, unless you're in Ethiopia. Good luck to you if you're watching this video. My heart goes out to you, my man. Anyway. Last, but definitely not least, well, we got two more, but we're going to go in on crafted items first and foremost. Now, these are very, very tricky because, this really is about personal preference. Crafted items, I can definitely see an argument for any which one of these, but from what I've seen, if you want, like, the big, explosive, grand finale type gameplay, I would focus on the right side. You got proximity IED, you got IED, you got frag grenades, and those are always mad fun. You don't really need a focus boost. Again, I'm not a fan of the focus boost, which is the middle equation of this branch. And, I don't want to slow down time. This is not my style, so I'm not going to do it. The left side definitely looks cool. You can black out the entire city, and then you can also detect and tag non-player enemies. So, the left side seems cool, the middle side seems cool, but the right side of the crafted items, the right branch, by and by, my favorite part. Now, last, but 110-20% not least, we're going to go in on cars. We got driving, and, this is really all up to you, whatever you want to do. This really, honestly, I'm not even really going to go into it because everyone has their own driving style. If you're going to be off-road, if you want to be faster, if you want to get away from the cops better, this really all comes down to how you want to play the game. If you don't want your tires to blow out as much, or if you want more stealth capabilities, really, it's all up to you. And that's why I love this game, motherfuckers, because it's so customizable, and I can't really see a reason why, any one of these would be better than any others, except for maybe the offensive driver, which you get more collision damage to enemy vehicles. But hey man, it's all up to you. Anyways, I'm gonna go back to playing this fucking amazing third-person shooter, which is Watch Dogs. I hope you take it easy. I hope you follow me along on my skill tree. By the way, I'll be making an update video in case I'm wrong about any of this. If you think I'm wrong, post in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your opinions. Remember, this is about sharing information, hacking into the system, as it were, and just having a good fucking time, man. So, I love all of you. Until the next motherfucking video, peace!